I'm an LNA at UVM Medical Center. I work on Barrett 6, which is general surgery. I like to read, I like to dance, I love to spend time with my family.
I really love to read, and doing art projects is a lot of fun. Sometimes I go out for walks down by the lake and just sort of explore. Being in my own head sometimes helps, and if I read, I'm outside of my head, sort of in my own little world, and in somebody else's point of view. That helps. I used to just do a lot of drawings in my notebooks and just drawing sceneries, and eventually, you get better after time.
Well, I don't really like to do many things other than just outdoorsy, hunting, fishing, that kind of thing. I don't like sitting behind desks and just doing paperwork. I can't do paperwork. It's not my thing.
So at 17, 18, I was struggling with a lot of personal confidence. I was struggling with, my future, what I wanted. I was very lost and confused. I mean, it's just like a sad feeling mostly people go through. Like I sometimes feel like, I can't do this, I can't do that, and I feel down. But I always come back up and say, it's gonna be okay. This happens.
I can say that yes, there was a period of time where I get very depressed and I do not want to live anymore. And that's sort of when I'm like, well, what do I need to do? And what are things that help me sort of get out of that emotional thing?
I think my fear, I guess you would call it, of talking to people always just been because high school and middle school, I was always very quiet, but I was always a very big child, and I never liked talking to anybody, and that just made people pick on me. And then it was easier to stay away from people than to talk to people, and that's, I think, where the whole not really talking to people thing came from.
Sometimes I just feel like, well, it's okay. I'm okay. I can feel these emotions. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be hurt.
Don't let it beat you, because as long as you stick with it, you're gonna get through it. It's just getting over that wall is the first part of it. It's a very big wall, but it can be climbed.
What I struggled a lot with in the beginning is accepting help, but I just had so much going on that I thought I was not okay, but really I had a lot of problems and I just needed help and support. So in the beginning, it was kind of hard to open up to somebody I didn't know, but I thank God that I did, because if it wasn't for that, I would not be here where I am today.
I came to Spectrum about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit over now. And I came to Spectrum from my foster mom. She had been living with her for about a year, since I was 17 and a half. At first I thought reading through Spectrum's little blurb of what it is, that it was too good to be true, and turns out it's just one of those things where it was too good to be true, but it was really true. And Spectrum's helped me so much throughout the years that I couldn't imagine my life where it would be without it.
I truly felt really supported there, and no matter what I went through, no matter what my thoughts were, nobody judged me, nobody told me I feel bad for you, they never shamed me. Instead, they gave me just joy and happiness and peace. And Danny always gave me that support. She always told me, no, it's gonna be okay. You can do it. You're gonna be able to do it. She was that voice.
Galen, I can always go to Galen if I needed anything. He even called me after he found out I got laid off, that it's oh, I'm so sorry. He was so apologetic. It's you don't have to worry about it. That was not your fault. But just really good friendships came out of that.
Knowing that you have the supports when you need them, and that you're never really alone, that you can always have evening staff or morning staff or even the drop-in staff to help you through whatever it is you're going through, or if you need something, or be like, hey, you just want to talk to somebody, they're there.
Spectrum and Detail Works helped me progress in the right path for my future.
I'd say maybe I have a little bit more direction than I think I do as far as my future. Like having like my own apartment, or like being in a place where I can be there for a long period of time, but also get the supports that I need.
Now that I've been through Detail Works, and it's definitely given me like a confidence boost, I definitely enjoy going out more and doing more things instead of being home where it's safe and locked away.
But if you keep trying to be like, hey, we're gonna try our best, we're gonna do what we can, you know, even if you have no control of the situation, just doing those little tiny things that make you happy, or things that make you safe, or just being like, we can do this, we've got the strength, you know. If I don't understand something, I have someone to go to for that help that I need. And just sort of like moving forward and being who you are.
I know it probably doesn't look like it to them, but they've done a lot more than they know to help me.
Just that one little decision of saying yes for help is who I am today.